Hi everyone, my name is Anna and welcome to Cactus Caffeine, where I share with you my passion for growing cactus and other desert plants over a cup of coffee. I have here in front of me two of my Euphorbia. So this one on the right is a Tanzanian zipper plant, or Euphorbia Anoplia, and this one on the left, you can hardly tell, but it's a Euphorbia obesa. 3 months ago, I did a video featuring these two Euphorbia, and I showed you in that video how you can tell the difference between a male flower and a female flower. So that was 3 months ago. So in that video, I also cross-pollinated these two because this is the one that has the male flower and the obesa had the female flower. So if you haven't seen that video, you'll see a link up on the screen or in the description below this video. Okay, so that was 3 months ago. Now, fast forward 3 months. I am now ready to take the seeds out of this Euphorbia obesa. So in that video, what I did was I just rubbed the flowers of these two against each other, and I was hoping to get some seed pods, and fortunately it was successful. So after 2 weeks, I saw seed pods forming or starting to form on this obesa. And then I think 4 months after that, or about 6 months after I cross-pollinated them, the seed pods of this Euphorbia obesa started opening, popping, meaning the seeds are ready. So let me explain why this obesa looks like this. So Euphorbia, when the Euphorbia seed pods are ready, when the seeds are ready to be harvested, what they do is the seed pods would pop open. So they would burst open and the seeds would scatter. So that's how they reproduce in nature. Now, I have a net here because I want to catch the seeds. So that I won't lose the seeds, I had to cover it with a net. And in addition to that, I remember when I went to Planet Desert, Mark from Planet Desert, his tip was, what he does is he puts white glue on the seed pods right before they burst. So when they're a little big enough and you can clearly see the seeds inside, that's when he places the glue, hoping to at least prevent the seeds from scattering. So what would happen is the entire flower with the seed pod would hopefully fall down as a whole seed pod, but I wanted to be very sure. So what I did was I did both. I covered it with a net or a mesh, and I also applied glue on the seed pod. So this mesh is from the grocery. When you buy garlic here, sometimes they come in this mesh. So that's how I got this mesh. Let me see if I can show you guys how it looks inside. Okay, so you can see inside there are some flowers that dried that did not pollinate, but there are some seed pods that fell on the side that I can clearly see have seeds in them. Okay, so we're gonna carefully try to gather them. See here on the sides, there are husks, and hopefully the seeds are still there and they haven't gone through the little holes of my mesh, but we will try to get as much of the seeds as we can in this video. I will cover the soil with tissue because I might have to tip this to its side later on. So this will hopefully prevent the soil and the rocks from spilling. Alright, and then from the top, I am just going to try to get what I can see on the top with tweezer. This is an aquarium tweezer. I'm just trying to be very careful not to drop the seeds. I got a big chunk right here. All of these seed pods were actually ready about a month ago, but I just had a lot of things that I needed to be done first, so I procrastinated on harvesting these seed pods. So it had been sitting here ready for about a month now, and I was hoping, you know, they won't go anywhere because they're really secured by this net, so I wasn't really worried even if I let them in here. I'm going to remove everything, even these flowers that are still fresh. It will just make picking up of the seeds easier. And because those flowers that I just took off are still fresh, the white milky sap is starting to ooze out from the top. So all Euphorbia saps are toxic at various levels. Some of them not too much, they will just irritate your skin, although some are very toxic. So be careful, make sure you wash your hands if ever you touch Euphorbia sap. Okay, so I have them. Oh, it's working. Okay, so I can see some of the seed pods falling, some seeds also, and I will remove the entire net. So I just had a rubber band around the net to secure it to the Euphorbia. Ah, success. Okay, let's see. Alright, so it looks clean. I don't see any seeds attached to the side. So we'll just have to sort this out and get the seeds and remove the husks. This is how one seed pod from one flower would look like. So there are 3 seeds in there. It is still covered with a husk, so you have to split this apart and then take off the husk that is covering the seeds. So there is still a little bit of the white glue in there. I can see it. So the white glue held all the 3 seeds together. And I'll show you another one here. So this is what the glue did. So this is actually several flowers that were glued together. So several seed pods in there. So the white glue works. It holds them together, except, you know, when they fall in the soil, you would have to find them in your soil, and it's hard if you have a gritty soil and they fall in between the rocks. So at least you get one big one like this. So I think the glue plus the net is a better option, or you have better chances of catching them rather than just using one method. Here are the dried shells now that I removed from the seeds, and then here are the Euphorbia seeds. So they're a little bit bigger than a cactus seed, but getting them out of the shell is so difficult, guys, because they are smooth and they would easily fall off from my fingers. In fact, I actually lost a few seeds because they slipped from my fingers and fell, and I couldn't find them anymore. So I could see that there are still some seeds in there with a husk or a shell covering on them, but I guess that's good for now. I don't want to lose more seeds. I will be sowing the seeds soon and hopefully they germinate. I am not sure if they're viable because these are two different euphorbia, so I am not sure how compatible they are. We will see if this germinate. I will make another video. I'll also mention it in one of my vlogs in the future, whether or not it is successful. Alright, so there you have it, guys. That is the continuation of the story of the pollination of these two euphorbia. Hopefully there will be another video to continue the story if the seeds actually germinate. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you like cactus and other desert plants. And till next time again, bye everyone, and cheers!